Hey, Cyber folks. Here to talk about the Project 2.2.4, which kind of just applies the skills you got from 2.2.2 and 2.2.3, and gives you a couple more. So there's a submission doc that you can find on our in Classroom or in our lesson plan book, right here. And basically, you're going to fill this out and submit it when you're done. But basically, all the stuff you learned, like on your cheat sheet that we did, like stopping FTP and moving the log files, and there's one more. What was the other one? Oh, directory forceful browsing, stopping forceful browsing. That's all still stuff you want to be able to do. But what happens with this one is you're going to learn about SMTP, which is an email service on a web server. Now, I'm sure you've seen this before. If you clicked on a web page and it said email us, and it had like a built-in email system, they are using SMTP. But if you don't need it, you don't want to have it open, because the more stuff you have open, the more stuff can get attacked. All right, so back to the project. You're going to spin up. Be careful that when you do this first thing, you're actually on target windows. Otherwise, you won't see the stuff you need to. Second, don't type this first one. That's like telling you where to start typing. But you do type all the rest of this stuff, even that arrow key, or it's kind of like a greater than sign. What that's going to do is it's going to store a text file on your desktop named Netstat Output. So after you run this, it'll look like nothing happened, but go to your desktop and then you'll see it. And then once you open it up, you'll hopefully be able to see what ports are open. And you're going to see there's 80 and 21, and then you're going to see is SMTP open and find out the port number for that. You could easily, Google search that or look at the ports and protocols here. Take a picture to show that it is running, that SMTP is running. Okay, so basically, we're not going to attack the system, but you can see that it's up and running by doing that netstat thing right up here. You'll be able to see in your document that it's up and running. So what do you do after that? Well, there's a second. You're going to have to fix that issue later on. Okay, so SMTP is up and running. It's not a service you need. So you're going to have to, later on, you'll figure out how to shut it down. A second issue, in addition to all the other ones we knew, is there's something called loose-lipped error messages, where when we try to forcefully browse, and you've seen it before, it gives people way too much information. So if you look in the detailed error information, you can learn some stuff about their server setup if it gives too much information. So loose lips sink ships sort of thing, right? So basically what you're going to do is look up on your cheat sheet what vulnerabilities you plan on checking for. In addition to those old ones, you want to check for loose-lipped and SMTP. And then you are going to figure out how to stop these things. Now, be careful, because down here, when you're documenting everything, you have to look for SMTP, you have to look for loose-lipped, but there's a weird thing in here. I hope you're watching this, but the one thing is SMTP is not located where you found FTP. SMTP is in the 6.0 manager, and you have to figure out how to shut it down. When you click around for a while, you'll probably figure out how to shut this thing down. And then you'll have to confirm it in step 17 that you actually did shut it down, the same way you figure out how it was running. Okay, so basically, you got to find the SMTP service in your 6.0 manager and shut it down. Okay, loose-lipped errors, make sure you're not in the 6.0 version. You're just in the normal IIS manager that we've been in before. And you want to make sure you're configuring the default website and you're looking for something about error pages. Don't take the error pages all the way away, just edit their settings. You can change it so it doesn't give as much detailed information. Okay? And then, so step 16 is the big one. So if you look through here, you're just kind of answering the questions. You're showing that SMTP is running. You're showing what a loose-lipped error message looks like. Then we get to the big questions. Number 15, you're gonna try to protect these things, protect everything you found. So you're gonna say, okay, I know SMTP is up and running. Here is how I protected against it. And you're gonna say, you're gonna type in down here. You're gonna be like SMTP was running, and you can show a little snip of that. Oh, we already showed a snip of that picture. So you can say how you step by step stopped or remediated the problem. I first went to like the IIS Server Manager 6.0, and then I did this and I did this, and I turned it off, and then take a screenshot showing you turned it off. And then you're going to solve the loose-lipped error message. And you're going to say, I first went to the regular IIS Service Manager, and then I found my error message spot, and then show a picture of what you did to turn it off or to make it better and less detailed. And then down here, oh wait, that's not all. Those are just the new ones. You also want to check all your old ones. Like you want to check your FTP, and you want to check like all those things from before. So make sure you do one for each of them, right? So that sort of thing. And then after you do that, you want to verify. You're kind of proving it that you really did fix it. So you're going to show that, oh, now SMTP isn't working. I'll show how, kind of by how I showed how it was working before. I'm going to show that loose-lipped errors aren't happening anymore. Kind of the same way I showed they were happening before. Now they shouldn't be. And last, you're going to show each one of the steps, like FTP, show that that's not happening anymore. You can show, all your old ones too that we practiced fixing, and we practiced hacking. And then you got a couple conclusion questions. So that's about it. Hope that clears things up and what I expect to see here. This is a good 50-point problem. So as always, ask me if you have questions, and I will be able to answer them. All right, talk to you later. Bye, people.